Hey man, welcome back to another One Piece chapter, chapter 1123, The Void Fortnite. So we got Yamato's cover page story continuing, and it look like all the kids that got kidnapped are all sharing a pot of Odin with her. Okay, enemies forced to share Odin. All right, so let's get right into this chapter. The aftermath of Haki, Egghead Island. Respond. What's your status? Oh, you can see everybody still foaming at the mouth. Yeah, the Joy Boys conquer Haki not took everybody out. And for those who are trying to tell me stop hyping it, look at these vice admirals. They knocked out too. Dahl is knocked out. I don't want to hear nothing about don't hype it, don't hype it. I'm hyping it. It's Joy Boy. It's worth it. Pause that right there. Pause that right there. All right, so let's get right back into it. And you can see I can't tell which pirate that is, but they're like, wow, all of the Marines are down. Seriously, that's amazing. That was greater than red hairs. Like, bro, I've been saying this. Joy Boy up here, Red Shanks, Redhead Shanks is right here. It's fine. Joy Boy here, Shanks right here. Shanks can throw the ones, but he not Joy Boy. That's fine. He's still broken. But I'm a hype Joy Boy every chance I get. I'm sorry. If you don't like it, too bad. Leave a comment, dislike the video, and we can talk about it. Let's get it. I'm not worried. That was greater than red hairs. But it didn't seem hostile, did it? Like I was saying, that Haki wasn't meant for the Straw Hats. It wasn't meant for anybody that was on MF's side. And this is what Joy Boy was letting him know. Whenever you need to use it in the future, whether it's for yourself or someone you want to protect, I got you. He that cocky. I got you. 900 years from now, I got you. So no, the Straw Hats weren't supposed to be affected by this. Yes, there's some inconsistencies in Haki, but that's cool. It is what it is. We deal with it. But to think that Haki got to knock out everybody is crazy. It's not for them. Uh, if I Luffy, haha, thanks for everything, Iron Giant. And you can see the giant left on Egghead, like fire and everything going around. And he basically shut down. I don't see Saint Saturn. Saint Saturn was right in front of him. So I'm very interested in what happened to him. Like Luffy last, she, Dorian and Brogy, like, all right, let's get up out of here. All right, let's go. While they're sleeping, we're getting out of here. Ga ba 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 ba. Let's go, you bastards. We're off to Elbath. Let's go. I've been waiting for this. Like, I've loved that Egghead, but Elbath is where it's at. And we knew this. I just want to get to Elbath at this point. The amount of lore we bet to get is about to knock us off our feet. So they screaming, yeah. Got pictures of Bonnie, Zoro, Usopp, Dorian, Brogy, Chopper, Usopp. And it looked like Luffy has come out his gear 4, a gear 5th, and went into his old man form and is laying on Nami. Okay, now it look like we got a little flashback with Vegapunk and Sanji. Sanji. Oh, I'm reading it all wrong. Vegapunk, what you said earlier, isn't sitting right with me. Was this all some sort of gotcha moment for you? Hey now, I couldn't follow everything you were saying, but it was pretty outrageous, wasn't it? Okay, 2 weeks prior, there's some anomalous readings coming from the power station. You can say that again. Monitors for any fluctuations in particle density are and neutron flux Oh, monitor for any fluctuations in particle density and neutron flux. The energy used by the seraphim is meant to gradually increase over time. This could be a grave error if we have miscalculated. Wait, aren't these numbers different from my earlier confirmed reading? And that's Stella noticing that. Yes, the rate of reaction. Yes, and the rate of reaction is increasing too. But the power station seems stable. Hmm. This data seems to indicate that someone has tampered with the mother flame to steal its energy. Every single data point related to this related to the power station has been carefully modified to pull this off. The culprit has to be a Vegapunk. Is it Lilith? Stella hate Lilith. Stella hate Lilith. That's crazy. I'm afraid the three of us are the only ones with ironclad alibis. And the same amount of energy was stolen. So we have to observe the other four to determine who is responsible, especially Lilith. We have to put our brains into offline stealth mode too. That's right. If our memories get uploaded to the punk records, then the culprit will know we're onto them. 1 week before the present. Attention, I've identified the culprit. It's York. And Shock and Stella are shocked. What? Because they really wanted to be Lilith. The things kind of add up for it to be Lilith, but it's probably just York just trying to frame her. The memories she's been synchronizing with punk records are phony. I've also confirmed that the surveillance snails at the scene of the crime were tampered with too. Why would she do such a thing? And my bad, Lilith. Y'all just singling her out. I singled her out for no reason. I also found evidence that suggests someone deployed the weaponized sea beast without authorization. A jamming white transponder snail was also found in our investigation. I know we can reconstruct the call data directly from our long distance transponder snail. Bzz. Dr. Vegapunk is researching the voice entry. Bzz. Wow. York really dropped the dime. She dropped the dime on herself. It's crazy, bro. She rang Mary's wall. No wonder Cypher Pole keeps coming here to snoop around. 6 days before the present. The kingdom of Lulucia has been erased. The details are still a bit foggy, but I have a bad feeling about this. Pythagoras. Observe any changes to sea levels and monitor all wireless transmissions. Yes, sir. Do you think this has something to do with the death of the mother flame? I'm sure of it. That portion of the flame must have been delivered to the government by one of the weaponized sea beasts. If you permit me to indulge in some conjecture, in pure conjecture, it seems plausible that the world government possesses one of the ancient weapons, and they must have needed the mother flame energy that York stole to fuel it. We'll see if the evidence supports my conclusion. Even if this deduction is sound, it's hard to speak it aloud. It's my fault, after all. Only a fool lets their greed run amok, and I went and personified mine. Is there any benefit to apprehending York now that we know? No, it's too late for that. York's motives are irrelevant now. They will still come to erase anyone who knows of the Void Century. York already demonstrated her worth to them by rashly handing over the Mother Flame. The best we can do is use that trust as an opportunity to determine their intent for the flame and try to mitigate the damage. Stella, we have the chance to escape now if we flee. Prepare a boat for the other residents, Quasar. They still have a shot at escaping Egghead, but it will be impossible for us. The Navy will have issued secret orders to every branch and every base by now. They'll catch us. Oh, they'll chase us to the ends of the world, and our inevitable deaths will be meaningless. At least here on Egghead, we have something O'Hara didn't 22 years ago. We have the means and equipment to amplify our voices as far as wide and possible. What exactly is the world government? The closer I get, the more shrouded it becomes. If I must die, I will sell my life dearly. Yo, Vegapunk was kind of cold. I apologize for wrapping you all into this. Don't be silly. We're Vegapunks just like you. We're all thinking the same thing. Just one issue, Stella. What exactly constitutes death for someone like us? Yeah, good point. With that thick old skull of yours back there. There is one other thing we must safeguard. Our cloud loft technology to manufacture artificial island clouds. It may be pivotal in saving humanity in the near future. Okay, then cut to the Iron Giant. Oh, Vegapunk working on it, I guess. Huh? Stella, what are you doing down here? What are you doing here? Oh, that's you, York. You know, same old, same old. If I experiment to optimize the mother flame, allow this thing to move again, it'd be a big breakthrough in creating our ideal energy source. That's right. It'd be amazing if we can achieve that soon. Right. I can only pray it never gets perfected. That's what Vegapunk is thinking. It's true. 2 days before the present. Go ahead and speak now. The recording has begun. Ahem, ahem. Mic check, testing, testing. One, two, three. Attention world. Hello there. This is Dr. Vegapunk, the world's greatest and most humble scientific genius. What we said will come as a big shock, right? Maybe, but everyone has a right to know the truth. No one will ever expect the transporter snail to be hidden here. My death will be trigger a message to be sent out worldwide. We need to ensure that no one finds out until it's too late. Any abnormality, any abnormality in our behavior could be a tip off that spoils our plans. Erasing our own memories is the safest bet. That said, there will be consequences. We'll lose all memories related to this matter. The fact that York stole the Mother Flame, the fact that our lives are currently at stake, we'll have to suffer through all of those bombshells all over again. Indeed, the fear we feel, the fear we feel for our lives will be brand new to us. But we have to put our countermeasures, but we have put our countermeasures in place. Even if things go sideways, hee hee, it'll still be our victory. Hmm. So they wake up, the Memory Mass Research Lab. What are we doing here? They just wipe their memories. This is my handwriting. Flat. Good morning, everyone. You'll find that you three have a missing fortnight's worth of memories that were wiped of your own volition. A number of things will probably come as a surprise because of this, which is ironically pretty amusing. Huh? I will tell you one thing though. The world government has found out about our research into the void century. They found out. I have already taken the best precautions possible. You will just have to put your faith in me and die. And oh, one last thing. And you can see it go crazy. Like, am I really telling myself to go and die? Okay, so we jumping. Stella, Emperor Straw Hat's crew and Bonnie have just made landfall. What? Cypher Pole is approaching too. What? There's also a naval armada coming to blockade this island. What? Admiral Kizaru and Elder Saint Saturn seem to be with them. What? After we rescue Bonnie from down there, I think it'd be best if I stay put. Huh? You'll die. And that's Sanji talking as Vegapunk. Stella, you don't need to help me escape anymore. I've thought about it. Just let me die here. What do you have a death wish? Far from it. But I've come to believe that my death will set something important into motion. This is going to be a big mess. We can't just sit there and watch you die. We got to do something. One more thing. It's about the One Piece. What about it? I want you guys to be the ones that find it. And Sanji was the only person he told this to. Hold up, no. Who else? Who else was with him? It looked like Frankie and Atlas was with him too, so Frank he also heard this. But Sanji is the one talking to Stella. I want you guys to be the ones that find it. And we go to the panel, and all the giants are celebrating with Usopp and Luffy, Wrinkle Luffy. Here's to reuniting with old friends. Cheers. Luffy saying, "Hold on, do this later. Wait for me, because he ain't got no energy." And Usopp, woo, we're off to the land of my dreams. How bad? Thinking 2 moves ahead. Speaking on Vegapunk. And that's the end of the chapter. Fire. Okay. I'm not always a big fan of the flashbacks that happened like pretty recently, like 2, 3 weeks and a couple days. Um, but I like how this got broken down. The gravity wasn't too much for Vegapunk to understand. He understood and took every measure he needed to do to make sure he had a counter plan. So he already anticipated dying. He told himself he gotta die. He told himself. So trying to save Vegapunk wasn't ever gonna be a thing. Or at least Stella at least. But the fact that Lilith and York are still alive means he is technically still alive. Now, you got Greed going up against I forgot what Lilith was. If you remember, put it in the comments. But yo, that's kind of crazy. He had to tell Stella himself, Pythagoras, and Shaka, we gotta die for this plan to work. And that's nuts. But he was like, unlike O'Hara, we have so much tools at our disposal that we can make an impact. Now, O'Hara was able to save the books and the knowledge from the Void Century that they collected. But Vegapunk is actually getting to tell the world on his death. And I said his death will be that will rival a Roger and Whitebeard, but I didn't think on this extent because he was able to affect everybody, and he wasn't a pirate. So I love that part. That was a good little part of that. Um, I got pushback from hyping up Joy Boy. Understand, Luffy was using Haki, Conqueror's Haki. Unagoro say every chance he could. Like it's not like he wasn't using it. He learned Rio back in Wano, and he's using it now. The reason it's not gonna work is because it's not strong enough yet. So I think even Kaido would have came into this problem with the Goro say that you're strong, you're just not strong enough. Joy Boy was the only one that was strong enough. And I feel like if Joy Boy right here, Shanks right here, and maybe like Roger and Whitebeard was probably like right here. I'm just trying to figure it out. They gotta be close, but they just not Joy Boy. Joy Boy is doing things that they never were able to do. To leave your Haki in a knot that can knock out the Goro say, it's next level. Um, but to tell me not to hype up Joy Boy as if he isn't the progenitor of this series in a sense, especially when it comes to Sun God Nika and the lore of the Void Century and the Poneglyphs, he's way too important. Don't let other people trying to diminish how strong he is sway you. Have your own opinion. For real. Just have your own. I'm going to hype Joy Boy in everything he's done. And y'all want to check me on somebody else? Cool. But Joy Boy's Haki was that strong that it knocked the Gorosei away, knocked out the Vice Admirals, knocked out the Marines, and kept the Straw Hats safe. It was to keep the Straw Hats safe. This is why Oda drew that panel of Joy Boy saying, Emif, use this for you or somebody you wish to protect. I already set it up with a safeguard for anybody that you want to protect. And that's what it was used for. Haki doesn't knock out everybody that is just in the area. It just doesn't do that. It's, it affects people that are weak with their color of arms, their Haki control. But you can direct it. And I'm pretty sure Joy Boy directed that energy to be against those greater powers that he's always dealt with. He's not gonna make it so it knock out some random pirates for no reason. Because you're affecting innocent people then. So Joy Boy showed us the strongest Haki in the whole series. Debate me, you debate Noda. Plain and simple. I'ma hype it. Joy Boy is like that. And I'm sure we're not about to get another feat like that ever. Maybe that was the last little from Joy Boy. If there's more knots hanging around, all right, we in for some action. But I wasn't joking when I said that knot could really raise you to the top of the pirate game. If you just had one of them in your back pocket, you tearing up everybody. If somebody had that knot at Marine Ford, you were tearing up Marine Ford. Like flipping the whole thing on his head. So I hear y'all. No, the Straw Hats did get knocked out. But the Haki wasn't meant for them. Joy Boy like that. Shanks underneath of him. It's cool, bro. It's cool. We just got Garp's Galaxy Impact. Imagine how crazy this is about to be. Because as much work they did on that, they gotta quadruple it for this. So I'm really excited about this getting animated. That Joy Boys conquer Haki not cold. Cold. Doll and the Vice Admirals out drooling. Do you notice that the Seraphim, just S Snake, isn't affected? So maybe the Haki isn't strong enough for the Seraphim. Or maybe the bubble protected them. I don't know. I don't know the inner workings of the Seraphim, and we might not never really know anymore with Vegapunk. Well, maybe if Lilith give us some more insight, but they pretty broken. The Seraphim, I like them, and I like them. I want to see them grow. Um, will they have a will of their own? That is very interesting. But we need to see. I think it's S Crocodile, S Flamingo, and S Gecko Moria. I think that was enough one that they showed. But this is a great lead up to Elbath. We're finally done with Egghead. Egghead was amazing. You can't knock it. And I like how I wouldn't say it's short, but it was compact. So many things happened so quickly. Older, you blessed us. Thank you. Elbath blowing us away. We get the rest of the lore for O'Hara. Whatever it is in those books, Robin gets to get, and she gets to learn now. Unless she know all the information in the books already. But I feel like it was some things that was kept from her because she was a child. Um, Usopp's story arc. We talking all the way back from Water 7 to now. His arc, we have been saying it's been inconsistent. With his Haki feats, with his fights. This is going to be a situation where Luffy and Usopp probably got to go their own ways. They have to affect the story in their own ways at this point. So Usopp is going to have his own story in Elbaf. Luffy gonna be on to something else. We lit, baby. We we can't ask for more. We could possibly get Soge King again, and I want it. I have been waiting for this. Water Seven was what hooked me in to One Piece a long time ago. Like Water Seven did it. When Sanji boarded that train by himself, I said, "Oh, this is lit." So I am very excited to go to Elbaf, see the lore, see how we learn everything else. And another thing, they confirmed that was an ancient weapon that the world government was using. They have their own. Wano has one, and so does Alabasta. No, Fishman Island. So three. The three ancient weapons. We know where they are now. Now, how do you lose one? That's the real kicker. One is still buried underneath Wano. Poseidon is still at the bottom of the sea. But Uranus, which seems like the one in the world government's possession, seems like it's the only one that really needs a fuel source, and that's the mother flame. Now we don't know about Pluton. The mold theory out there is kind of fire. Shout out to Dak Sake. I just don't know about moles holding their breath for that long. I just don't know. I don't know what's up. But I'm very excited where this is leading to Elbaf. And I personally feel Elbaf is going to be the place of these final wars that happen. Plus some more. I feel like we'll be on Elbaf for like next 2 years. Easy. But yo, this chapter was fire. A lot of confirmation. Stella, Shaka, and Pythagoras knew. Had to wipe their mind so they can die innocently, like they didn't know what was about to happen. Uh, Joy Boy's Haki is confirmed to be stronger than Shanks. Hands down, the Giants said it. The Giants respect Shanks Haki that much. They compared it to Joy Boys. That's the level. That's the level they compare it to. That's a buff for Shanks in itself, but it lets you know how strong Joy Boy really was. And why Haki has been a mainstay since then. And maybe even before that. But Joy Boy showed us the strongest. The strongest Haki feat in the verse. Shanks is a close second. I'm gonna hype it. uh, what else? But other than that, that was pretty much it. Not really a lot of new information, but it kind of just sums up like this is the cherry on top of Egghead and why Egghead was so good. It was a plan in motion from jump, and Luffy and Bonnie and the rest of the crew just got there at the right time. It's literally just the right time. The one thing he could not predict was were them coming, and it happened perfectly. So Vegapunk still wins. Lilith is alive. Bonnie, Kuma, that relationship, their lore, that was one of the most beautiful parts of Egghead. And just reconnected with the Giants. Be on the Outback. It don't get more lit than this. So yo, thank y'all for checking me out. Please subscribe, leave a comment, like the video, um, and comment. Chat it up with your boy. I am open to all dialogue, baby. So holla at me. Till next time, thank y'all for tuning in.